Okay, I'll sit here for a second while I wait for people to join the stream. But it's Arnie here. It's time for the daily dose of Disney, and I did not set this stream up as I usually do. So, I might not see as many people here in the stream, but if you happen to see this, go ahead and share it out so that we can get some people in here, and we can actually do some things in history. Hey, howdy, hey, how you doing, Richard? Mr. the Orlando guy. Hope you're having a good day, Richard. It's been a little quiet around here, actually. So I'm doing okay. Pearl Manhattan, thank you for joining. It is good to see you. And I see that there are others that are starting to join. Kenzie sent me. Hello, Lady Jamers. Good, thank you so much for joining. Great day. New episode finally got dropped. And Richard, I must say, it is a great episode. If you have not yet checked out the 24 hours of the Rolex 24 on the Orlando Guys channel, please go do that. I mean, it is a stunning video. The racing, the quality of the video, the way it's put together. Rob Fuzz, thank you for joining. It is good to see you here. Mike Wheeler, hello there. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, Richard, I'll tell you, that video was just wonderful, just dynamite. Mr. Timothy Rainwaters, how you doing? Kenzie, thank you for joining. Oh my goodness. It is great to see everyone here. Noah, hi, Kenzie sent you. No, well, thank you. Kenzie, thank you so much for sending everyone. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that just made my day. I wasn't sure that I was going to get too many people here today because, well, I forgot. Mr. Marshmallow Man, how are you doing? It is good to see you. Long time no see. But as I was saying, I forgot to set up this stream. I usually set it up so that it alerts people, gives them a heads up, and I forgot to do that today on this one. Oh, Kenzie, I am just so thankful. Thank you very much for doing that. It's going to be here anyway. Thank you, Rob. It's February 3rd. It is February 3rd. We have a new month going. It's February's always been a kind of a rough month, but we'll get through it. I lost my grandparents during the month of February, and I always think about them a lot during that time. But you know what? It's okay, because it's just the nature of life. It's the circle of life, as the song goes from The Lion King. But yeah. It's February. Yes, there's an extra day of February. You know that old song, Wake Me Up When September Ends? That's how I feel about February. Just wake me up when February ends. I need a nap. I need a nap to last the entire month, Stacy. I'd be more than content to stay asleep until March. But I'd be missing a lot of stuff. There's a lot that happens in February around here, so I gotta get it. Oh, Pearl. Oh, big hug to you too. Yeah, February is a month of love. One of those things is that my sister's birthday is February 14th. She is a Valentine's baby, and she's gonna be joining us for the Taste of Valentine's Day. By the way, people, if you have not seen it yet, on Instagram and on Twitter, I posted videos showing that we are going to be we're advertising our Taste of Valentine's Day for next week on PTV Live. And my thanks to Richard for giving us some artwork that we can use for advertising it. It did a great job of that. Thank you so much, Richard. Rachel, it is good to see you. Yes, yay for lower third goodness. So true. And I can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, let me go ahead and get started here with the Daily Dose. It is February 3rd, and on this day in 1930, Disney merchandising started. At least that's the theory. Roy Disney signed a deal with a company that was going to sell figurines of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And it was considered that this is considered to be the first time that they did Disney merchandising. So just a little over a year of Mickey being around, and they're starting to sell tchotchkes. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, let's capitalize on it, make some money. Unfortunately, they didn't have control over the quality of the products. They just did licensing agreement with it. So they made royalties. Let's see, the royalties that I have here on my notes here, it says the Disney company received 2.5% royalties of items that cost 50 cents or less. And then if they were more expensive, they got 5% of the sale. Hashtag merch rocks. Grace, it does. We have our own merch. So yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. So we have merch ourselves. It's at shop.spreadshirt.com/peppertreevilla. We have some t-shirts, we have mugs, we have bags, we have hats. Go check it out. You can get something with Lofi on it, or you can get your I Want My PTV shirt. I love those shirts. Actually, I need to get one for my own. Ben was wearing his over the weekend. It looks great. So that's the beginning of our merchandise. But Disney's started in 1930 on this day. In 1945, well, I'll just say it. It's the 75th anniversary of this movie. On this day, The Three Caballeros was released. And it was as a result of the goodwill tour that they did in South America in the early 40s. Walt went down with some of his team, and they spent a lot of time in South America just soaking up the culture. And the result of that were lots of cartoons that came out of it, including Saludos Amigos and this one, The Three Caballeros, who starred Donald Duck, Jose Carioca, and Panchito Pistolas. Yeah, pistol packing rooster. I haven't seen The Three Caballeros in a while, so I think it may be time that I need to do that again. But of course, I want to start at the beginning. Samantha, thank you for joining. I actually want to start at the beginning. Doug and I watched Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, so next one in line is going to be Pinocchio that we have to watch together, and then Fantasia. Although we might skip over Fantasia since we just recently saw that in the movie theater. I say recently, it was more like maybe 10, 12 years ago. Time flies. Thank you, Timothy. Yes, make sure you hit that thumb for a like for these videos. Thank you so much. On this day in 1967, the New York Times actually ran a newspaper article. Now, yesterday I mentioned that Roy had made plans and had announced to the world that they were moving forward with Epcot and that they were going to be doing a glass-domed city to represent the city of tomorrow that Walt really wanted to build. It was going to be a 500-acre, 1,000-acre city that he wanted to have under a glass dome to air condition in Florida so that no matter if you were inside or outside of buildings, you were always protected from the elements with this glass dome. Of course, never went there, didn't get that far. They decided to go with a different approach for Epcot, including that feeling of a World's Fair. And actually, I love Epcot. It's my favorite park in Florida. So I'm with Dean's brother, Epcot Bob. I love Epcot. Tim Pruitt, thank you for joining. Good to have you here. On this day, February 3rd, 1986, instead we got Celebration. Full disclosure, I was a Celebration resident. Richard, wow, that's cool. I saw the video that you did of the time that you spent on 9/11 at the hotel there in Celebration. That is a rather sobering video. So if you have not yet checked it out, go check it out. Richard did a great job on that video too. But he's just a master of the craft anyway, so. Okay, 1986. On this day, Pixar, Room 222. That's right. You did mention that in the video. It's Room 222. Pixar, it was officially separated from Lucasfilm on this day in 1986. It became its own company. And it took some time for it to actually become, it was almost 10 years, it was almost a decade before they dropped the Pixar Inc. and became Pixar Animation Studios. But of course, they had already started doing some animation. It was key, but in the early days, they were doing a lot of selling of hardware, but it was actually rather esoteric hardware, so there weren't many companies that were pounding at their doors to get the machines that they were producing. But they were actually doing, it was founded as a graphics group and computer division at Lucasfilm. And Ed Catmull was the first employee of it. Steve Jobs ended up buying it in 1986. And that's how he got involved with Pixar. And so that was what happened. The next story I have here, it's kind of very minor. In 1993, CBS TV aired a Disney special called The Best of Disney Music, A Legacy in Song. Now, I mention that not because it's any significant special or anything, but it happens to kind of tie in a little bit with what PTV Live is going to be about tonight. Ben, Doug, and I had a brainstorming session over the weekend, and we've got a production schedule now for PTV Live. So we have an idea of what we're going to be doing over the next 2 to 3 months for the show. And on this evening, tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, we are... Oh, hello, Walt. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. We're going to be doing a show called Disney Music Through the Decades. Oh, thank you so much, Richard. Thank you for dropping that link. So it's Disney Music Through the Decades. We wanted to discuss the importance of music within Disney and the culture that kind of like surrounds all the music. So we're not going to be playing any music because that would result in a copyright strike. So we're not going to do that, but we're going to be discussing it and actually drawing out people in the stream. You are villagers. We're going to want your input on this particular talk too, so that we can all discuss Disney music together. But we're going to talk about it through the decades. I'm looking forward to the discussion. Ben and I and Doug can talk about Disney music for hours, but we'll try and limit it to our normal show. So we'll go ahead and cover Disney music through the decades tonight on PTV Live. Then in 2001, Walt, yeah, it's me too. 2001, there was a problem at the Disneyland Resort. There was a new construction there, Disney's California Adventure. Oh, good. Thank you, Kenzie. Thank you for that. I hope you join our chat tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. New construction at the Disneyland Resort. Disney's California Adventure was about to open on February 8th, so just 5 days away. And they're going through a soft opening right now. And on this day, they actually had to evacuate one of the attractions at DCA. There was a smoking electrical panel, and it triggered a fire alarm. So they had to evacuate the moviegoers that were actually at Soarin' over California. They had to evacuate the theaters. And fortunately, no one got hurt. But it's kind of odd that it's brand new construction and they have a smoking panel. Kind of ironic there. Okay, let's move forward 10 years from there. 2011. This is considered the 25th anniversary of Pixar Animation Studios. I just mentioned they became their own independent company in 1986. So 2011 was their 25th anniversary. Yeah, I know someone that started working there I guess it was just after Toy Story wrapped. And they started working on A Bug's Life. And he's a great guy. He's one of our friends that works at Pixar, and we really like hanging with him. He's always full of information. He's the one that gave us the inside of Forky, and that there were going to be some shorts starring Forky on Disney Plus, but we could not say anything. He swore us to secrecy on that one. Oh, thank you, Mike. Thank you for dropping the link. Appreciate it. And then finally on this day, 2017, something that used to be called the Empress Lily. Max Kiplin, thank you for joining. It used to be called the Empress Lily. Then it was called Fulton's Crab Shack. Let's see, on this day, can we have a music composer debate tonight? Sherman Brothers versus Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. Who's better? Debate tonight on PTV. That's actually a very valid very valid argument there. I'd take that up, and I would probably argue both sides because I've got pros and cons for both. Anyway, what used to be Empress Lily, then Fulton's Crab Shack, on this day, the redesigned restaurant Paddlefish opened at Disney Springs. It was part of their redo of the whole area there. Now, I haven't been to it since it's been called Disney Springs. I still remember it as Downtown Disney, and the West Side, and the Marketplace. I want to go to Disney Springs. So I cannot wait for that. So I'd like to thank my support channels. And you've already seen a couple of them here in the chat tonight. My support channels, we've got, there he is, Richard of The Orlando Guy. We have Rob of Rob Fuzz. Danny and Jess, Two Real Geeks. We have Jim at More Sunshine, Please. And we also have, Rob Fuzz, Two Real Geeks. Oh, D&G Explorers. They're the last one. Derek and Gregory, but they're not going to be on any streams this week. They're a little too busy this week on a cruise. There you go. Hi, Rob. And Tim, you still find yourself calling it Downtown Disney. Well, that's how I am with Disney MGM Studios, so. Oh, good. Tonight on Magical Monday, they're going to be painting the night with Baby Yoda. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for putting that up. Yep, they're not on the stream. They're on the ocean. Very true. But so those are my support channels. And thank you, my moderators. Thank you so much. Dances with Goofy Adventures. You changed your name. Look at that. Very good. I like that. So my moderators, thank you so much for doing that. Oh, Steve is going live at 7:30 tonight for the airport. We're actually going to have a live a premiere from Rob Fuzz tonight at 7:30. I was going to mention that in the stream. So Rob Fuzz has a premiere at 7:30. I guess Steve is going live at 7:30 from the airport. And then we have Meg tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. She'll be doing Mickey's Magic and handling, I guess, some painting of Baby Yoda. Also at 9 p.m. tonight on Two Real Geeks, Jess is going to be doing some entertainment geekness. So be with her there. You've got a choice of what to watch there at 9 o'clock. And then finally tonight at 10 p.m., as I mentioned earlier, Grace, you are so right. Rob Fuzz premieres are always good. They're always fun. Rob is very engaging during the premieres. I cannot participate in the chat, unfortunately, because I'm going to be driving in the car at that time. I'm so over Baby Yoda. Well, I can't say that yet because I still have not even seen The Mandalorian yet. I know. Shame on me. But Ben, Doug, and I have not yet watched The Mandalorian. We need to fix that. Anyway, tonight we're going to be doing Disney music through the decades on PTV Live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, really, Rob. We are going to be discussing music. So everyone, I hope we all see you there tonight at 10 p.m. Hang out as long as you can. Oh, no, you cannot use it for your company. Dances. Oh, my goodness. Everyone, thank you so much. And yeah, one last thing. Rob's going to have a live feed, a live premiere today at 7:30. And then if you have not yet checked it out, the Orlando Guy dropped a video today about the Rolex 24 at Daytona Beach. A fantastic video. And if you have not yet seen it, on Twitter and on Instagram, I dropped videos about advertising for the Valentine's Day that we're doing, the Taste of Valentine's Day. That's going to be next week on PTV Live. Make sure you check it out and make sure you put it on your calendar. Do not miss this one. We actually want to make this one of our most viewed videos ever. We want to see how many people we can get on the live stream next Monday night. So please make it there at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. And then again, next Monday for the Taste of Valentine's Day on PTV Live. We're looking forward to it. My sister Sherry will be joining us as well, celebrating her birthday in advance. And we have some surprises for that, some foodie surprises. We were laughing at some of the things that we saw, actually, that we purchased. So I had better get back to my desk. It's time for me to end the stream. and I need to finish off some work so that I can go home and get ready for PTV Live. So yeah, be on the lookout for the lower third goodness on the videos this week. You can count on it. You will see that on more than one video. In fact, I've already got it there. It shows up twice on the video that I dropped last night. If you have not yet seen it, please check it out. I dropped a video last night about how to make chicken noodle soup. Doug did a great recipe. This one is Doug's recipe, so check it out. It's on Pepper Tree Villa, how to make chicken noodle soup. Yeah, it is creamy chicken noodle goodness. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. It's always fun talking with all of you. I really appreciate this time. And it really is yummy. It really is. So everyone, I'll see you tonight on the Disney YouTube network. In the meantime, everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. See you tonight for PTV Live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Bye, everyone.